Howdy all, Matt from Maffy's Garden. Something different again today. We're inside, it's raining outside. This is mainly for the GarageBand users Facebook page, but I thought I would put it on here because it might give some other people a bit of encouragement, a bit of insight, a bit of, I don't know, a bit of have a go. Talking about recording music on an iPhone, but this is how I record music on an iPhone. That's all I got. I just want to do a quick run through of what I've got, what I use, or it's probably more what I don't have. I don't have much, but yeah, I want to do that first. So what I've got is I've got an acoustic guitar. Now this is from my old band days, 15-20 years ago. This is about the only thing that I've kept is an old acoustic guitar, just straight acoustic. I found an old Boss distortion pedal in the shed, I don't know, a month ago. This is a 3/4 kids electric guitar. Bought it from eBay for one of my kids for Christmas. Come with a little 10-watt amp. That's it. Oh, and my phone. I can't show you my phone. They'll need the phone to make my videos. It's an iPhone 8. That's what I've got. That's what I'm using. I don't think there's anything else that I've got. No, that's it. And I'm in one of my boys' bedrooms. This is my recording studio. I'll show you a quick look. Yeah, right, so this is it. It's just a bedroom. That's my gear. So you got the little kids, 3/4 electric guitar, the little 10-watt amp. I didn't show you these are the earphones that I've been using. Just cheap kids. I actually stole them off one of the kids. They're not really kids earphones, but they're cheap earphones. And that's what I've been using. There's my distortion pedal, and the acoustic there. So that's that's what I record with. This is where I record. Now we'll get into how I start recording a song, and I'll take you through a few of the steps that I do. Now hopefully this video isn't going to be too long-winded. I find it hard to make short videos. I find myself rambling. Now I'm rambling. Now the way I make my recordings, I've changed it for the last couple of songs because I need to say this first, and then you might get a better understanding of how and why I do what I do. Now, yes, I used to play in a band many moons ago, but other than band practicing in the band, all my practice when I'm practicing by myself, especially in the past, it's never been to a metronome, it's never been to a beat. I've never been a type of guy that sits down and plays music to music. I've preferred just get my acoustic guitar, sit down and make my own stuff up or sing my own songs. And so it's never been to a metronome, it's never been to a beat. So what I find difficult is finding a tempo, playing to a metronome. I've tried recording with the metronome. I've tried all the different sounds of a metronome. I can't do it. I don't like it. So this is how I do it. If you're not in the GarageBand users Facebook page, if you're from outside, I highly suggest you look at some of Pete Johns' videos. That's what I've looked at. That's where I've learnt most of my stuff. I was trying, when I first started recording, especially if you look on my YouTube channel at some of my earlier videos that have got some music in them, which all the music on my channel is from me, and some of the earlier stuff is it's pretty tragic. But I've left it there just so I know where I come from, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, Pete Johns is where I've learnt 99% of the stuff that I know for recording, because I am no way anywhere near a recording professional. I'm very, very novice, and I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So this is how I do it. So I start off in Music Memos down here. This is where, now I don't really know how to work. Oh, here we go. I'm no expert on this, but this is, yep, that's what we want. So what I do is I just put down an acoustic and vocals at the same time. Now what this Music Memos does for me, if you click up on the 4/4 up in the top left hand corner, it gives you your tempo there. And that's what I have a hard time of working out originally when I'm starting a new GarageBand project. So, but as well, if you see down the bottom here, this little drum kit, if you click on that, and if you click on the bass, it'll give you a drum track and a bass track. So yeah, once that's done, top right hand corner, you can export it directly into GarageBand. Right, so here we are in GarageBand. Now I'll just turn these down. So it's exported the original acoustic and vocals, and the bass and drum track to go with it. Now, for me, it's just it's an easy starting point. So what I do from here is basically I take the information that I've got here, mainly for the drummer. I know my tempo is 118 beats per minute, so I'll have a look in here, and you can see where you can see on the hi-hat here, if you're looking on the side there, it's hi-hat number 2, where the bass and the snare usually is, it just says auto recording. So if we click on the follow button down the bottom, and then it goes back to kick and snare. So this is the information that I've got from here. So yes, we've got 118 beats per minute, we've got hi-hats number 2, we've got kick and snare number 1. So we will go back to my songs, we will create document, starting a whole new project. So that's coming with Kyle. We'll click up the top here, we'll go back to Darcy, we'll click on drummer, and it's come up with hi-hat number 2, kick snare number 1, that's what we want. We'll click on this plus button here, it's 8 bars, automatic. I'll usually just take that out to about 90 or something, just to start with, because I'm not too sure. Now, like, I'm no expert here. I'm sure there's an easier way to do all this stuff, but this is just how I do it. So I'll take it out to 100 just in case, but I'm pretty sure 90 is heaps good enough for this song. Right, so let's go top corner, song settings, tempo, about 100. We know we need to be at 118. So we'll take that up to 118, done, good. Now, we'll go back to the tracks. We'll hit plus. And I'll just add that bass little track in there. Now again, I'm not too sure if this is the easiest way to do it, but this is how I do it. Actually, before we do that, I might just click on this whole track and we'll move it, shorten it a little bit at the end, and we'll just move it across a fraction just to give us our starting few beats to kick in. And then we'll go back to my songs, and we've got our track that we've brought in from Music Memos. So we'll select all that, copy. We'll go back to our new song that we've created here, paste that in. Right, so we've got our basic, very basic drum track, and we've got our very basic bass track in there. Now what I will do now is I will go, I won't do that. But what I will do is I will go through and I will edit. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'll go through and edit the bass track so it matches up with the drum track, nice enough for the song. So we'll basically just do a lot of cut and pasting just to get a basic bass track in there. So now fast forward a lot. This is what we end up with, and this, like I said, this is still a work in progress, but we've changed our drummer to Logan, and we've split the tracks and we've added lots of different stuff in there. Some have got fills, some haven't. We've still got the basic bass track in there, which I've edited and basically cut and pasted through there. You can see the bass has been changed to the picked. Generally, I will add one or two guitar tracks, and then I'll put at least one vocal down just to get an idea, and then we might add a few other things. Like we'll add, like this never used to be in this song, written, but when I was mucking around with it, that was an addition to it, which I'm pretty happy with. So yeah, that's it. That's basically the steps I take to do it. Right, so if you've made it through all that, thanks for watching. Good on yous. I'll put some links down the bottom to Pete Johns' channel. Look, it's a great channel. Just if you have not got much experience with the GarageBand recording, I highly suggest. He's like, you would learn heaps. Easy to understand. Awesome. I also hope that's all right, Pete. I'll put links down to GarageBand users Facebook page. I hope that's all right too. If it's not, just let me know and I will get rid of them. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.